They've got a backup quarterback over there. I actually think we got a good shot at winning this game.
Yeah, no, the Redskins do have a good shot, and that's because Cody Kessler is the starting quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they are terrible offensively. Defensively, they are a good football team. They shut out Andrew Luck and the Colts a couple weeks ago as they have been rolling. And so they're capable, when they are engaged, of really high-level play. And so I think it's a matter of Jacksonville can respond to what the Redskins put on tape last week in one of two ways. Jacksonville can be like, those guys are terrible, and they can basically no-show, and the Redskins could surprise them. They could also look at what the Redskins did last week and go, man, these guys are terrible. Let's go feast. Like, let's go have a time. Calais Campbell could look at it and be like, I'm going to have 800 sacks on Sunday. And so if they come out like that, motivated, trying to prove a point, then obviously the Redskins could be in trouble. Josh Johnson can get you out of trouble. His athleticism is really high level. He can also get you in trouble with some turnovers, some bad throws, misreads, things like that. So I'm curious to see how he comes out. Obviously, quarterback play is going to be huge. He played at probably like a B level on Sunday. And even some plays where he missed like what quote unquote is the proper read, the proper throw, the easy one. He then would run around and make a play, and you're like, all right, that's not ideal. Like, really, we just have you make the easy throw, but at least you survived a bad play. And so the more bad plays he can survive, the better off this team is going to be, because where this offensive line is at right now, there's going to be some surviving to be had.
So from what you've seen, heard, people you've talked to, how has he looked in practice this week?
I think he's looked okay. I haven't, with all this other stuff going on, it's weird to say, like, I haven't dug down on that, but we really haven't. A lot of it also has been looking back at the previous game and trying to figure out exactly what that was. And, there's all these injuries going around, too, and trying to figure out what this run game could look like and the O-line could look like. But I haven't heard anything like spectacular, haven't heard anything really super negative either. So my guess is he's looked solid. They've also been changing up their practices this week. I don't know how many live reps he's really getting. They've kind of combined their walkthrough and their practice to try to limit the field time and keep these guys as fresh as they can towards Sunday. I think after they looked pretty dead, obviously, looked really flat against the Giants. So that changed schedule, I think, probably has something to do with it too. Not to mention extra walkthrough allows for more plays to get installed. And especially if Josh is familiar with the terminology already, they can try to open up the playbook a little bit more than they had previously with Sanchez and all that fiasco that we talked about ad nauseum at the time.
All right, before we talk more about the game, though, you got to start with the injuries, and it's an annoying topic, but we need to know who's available. Give us the latest on who is nursing something, who might be available, who might not be.
So Jordan Reed's definitely going to be out, and obviously that's huge. Jordan's ankle is something they're going to keep an eye on. Could he potentially return this season? Yeah. If they lose and they're eliminated from the playoffs, do they shut him down? Yeah, probably. Defensively, you're also, or I guess offensively, you should continue. Josh Doxson, he's in the concussion protocol. We will see if he can clear it.
When's the latest he could be cleared?
Saturday. They could clear him on Saturday. And also I wonder, the thing that concerns me there is, like, a lot of times when guys are in concussion protocol, their final clearance, they're around in practice, and then they get their final clearance on Saturday. There's obviously limited amount they can do in practice. But I would feel better about Doxson and his was weird too, because it didn't show up. The concussion symptoms didn't show up till Monday. He was fine after the game and finished the game, and then came in Monday with headaches and whatever other symptoms. So I'm not real sure what to make of that and of his concussion. Not that I think like it's fabricated or anything, just in terms of, like, could he be ready to go? Jay said yes, he could be ready. So maybe he's out there a little bit, passes whatever phase 1 of the protocol is today, can have a limited practice, and then can get cleared in full tomorrow. Ryan Anderson's hamstring, he's going to be out. Tony Bergstrom, obviously on the O-line, is out as well. So that right now you're looking at Luke Bowenko at one guard and Ty Nsekhe probably at the other.
Yeah, just because there have been so many injuries, give us the entire starting offensive line. Your best guess.
So it'll be Trent at left tackle, obviously. My guess is left guard's Nsekhe. They could use Zach Kieran, who they signed last week, or Kyle Fuller, who they signed this week as well. Chase will be the center, Roulier, and then right guard is that's where all those guys could. You're kind of picking out of a hat between Williams, Kieran, but probably it's going to be Luke Bowenko, who's been here now almost a month. And then right tackle is Morgan Moses, who hopefully can remember what the snap count is and stay on sides.
Yeah, I mean, the penalty's obviously been a huge problem, and it was really ominous last week when they were talking about cadence things. Like, they couldn't even get that right. Has at least that conversation died down? Yeah,
a little bit. I did a whole, 10-minute feature on cadence, and the easiest part of that was snap count. Like, hey guys, we're going on to 1, or Monday, or Tuesday. All right, that means we're going on 2. Like, snap count's not hard. I remember in 2015, I'm trying to remember the O lineman. They had some backup O lineman in there, and the guy kept jumping off sides. And I remember I had Trent off to the side, and I just go, hey, I never played football. I definitely didn't play O line. How hard is it to remember the snap count? And he just gave me this look like, dude, I'm ready to kill this guy. It's so bad.